All right, guys, we are done refinishing all the rear suspension, cleaned up the exhaust, refinished the original muffler, repainted the lower control arms, put in new sway bar end links, new rotors, new lines, brake lines, new calipers. It looks fantastic back here. Guys, all the cars that you see in these videos are for sale on my website, www.woodsandbarclay.com. Enjoy the video. Okay, in the last video series, you saw me redo all the front suspension and rebuild the hubs and put some new rotors on here. So today we're going to do the calipers and the rear rotors and calipers. And over here I have some original, these are OE, ATE or ATE, front and rear brakes, calipers, along with the hoses. And I've already done, let's see, we already installed front rotors. So here are the rear rotors right here. Okay, guys, the first thing we want to do is get this old brake line and caliper off of here. Now I use a line wrench. You can see it goes all the way around like that. That way you don't risk stripping your brake line, and that's an 11 millimeter. And before we undo that, we have our new line here, and I always save any little cap I get, you know, I save, and these little green caps perfectly go over the end. So that allows me to unscrew the one on the car and then quickly put this end back in without losing too much brake fluid. Since we're replacing the lines and the calipers, I'm just going to undo it from here and just let that drop down on the ground. And then we're going to quickly put in our replacement. Okay, there we go. Now, I'm going to quickly screw this in here before we lose too much brake fluid. There we go. We might have lost maybe a teaspoon. And we'll clip our wheel speed sensor back in here. I just had that removed so it was out of the way. All right, there we go. And you can see our cap doesn't let it drip from the bottom. I actually screw the caliper in right here off the car. So I'm gonna pull my cap off. Okay, I take my my caliper, and I get it started right there. There we go. Now we're gonna spin this on before we mount it. That'll keep the line from getting twisted. See, when I put it on there to mount it, our line is not all twisted in a really strange angle. So let me get the new hardware and bolt this caliper on here. Now ATE or ATE provides all new mounting hardware. They provide the caliper mounting bolts with the Loctite already applied, and the pad the pad mounting pins and the pad retainer. So let's go ahead and get these in the car. Okay, I'm just going to get the threads started, and then we'll get our 19 millimeter and torque these down. Click. There we go. Okay, now that the new caliper is installed, I want to go back here and tighten this fitting down and tighten this fitting down. Now, if you start to tighten this down and it starts to twist this line a little bit, you can just loosen it up a little bit right here, get it back into shape, and then retighten that one back down. Okay, the next thing we want to do is screw back in our pad wear sensor. That's just a small 10 millimeter, and you don't need to crank it down. Just get it in there snug. All right, guys, installing the ATE pads is very easy. We just slip them right down in here. There we go. Might need to compress this side a little bit. Let's see. No, there we go. There we go. So we got our pads in there, and we just want to get the holes lined up. Now, ATE makes this little pad retaining bracket that goes right here, and they have these little pins with These are like, it's like a lead washer here that actually, see there's a little slot in it. And when you tap these in, that compresses and holds your pad in there. We're just gonna put this little retainer right here. This is gonna go through all the way. And there we go. Now we wanna tap these pins through with a little punch. You can see the little pin right there. I'm just gonna stick a punch on it. And there we go. I'm gonna tap it right through. I don't know if you guys can see the one up top. Now we need to install our pad wear sensors. Okay, here's a bag of new pad wear sensors. Let me show you how these work. Okay, if you look closely, there's a little hole in the pad right there and a little hole in the pad right there. Now the sensor plugs in right here, and then you slip it through this little notch and into the hole. See the little notch right there? And then that's how you install them. And there we go, guys. We have our sensors plugged in here and here. So this side is done. Let me knock out the other side, and then we'll go to the rear of the car and do the rotors and calipers on the rear. All right, we just knocked out the passenger side. New caliper, new pads, new wear sensors, new hose. So the front of the car is officially done. Let's move to the rear. Okay, guys, here we are at the rear of the car. And I just spent the last hour or so cleaning everything. I just did it by hand and then refinished the original suspension. You can see I left the factory markings on the spring back there. Like I said, I like my suspension to look as good as the rest of the vehicle. Really nice back here now. So what I want to do is get these brakes and rotors off, the calipers, rotors, and hoses. And we also want to do the rear sway bar end links there. All right, guys, we'll start here on the passenger side. I've already got the bolts loose over here. And we'll just take this original caliper and we're going to undo the line and replace it too. So we're just going to drop that down there. And I don't think I have the emergency brake on, but yeah, there we go. We'll take this off now. I'm going to sand down and make sure this the mounting hub is smooth and put a little anti-seize on here before I remount my other my new rotors. But I can see the emergency brake pad here is, gosh, it looks like it has like 100% life left. It was barely ever used, so that's good. We don't need to replace those. So let me go ahead and clean up a little bit over here, and then let's get this old caliper off of here. All right, I'm just gonna clean up the hub a little bit. We're just going to sand it around here and then apply some anti-seize on here so we never have an issue with the actual rotors seizing to the hub. All right, let me wipe that down with some acetone and then we'll put a little anti-seize on there. Look how good this rear backing plate looks. Not a speck of rust anywhere. It's amazing. And guys, this is just anti-seize. I'm just going to dab some around here and rub it in. And this will keep the rear rotors from ever getting stuck on here. Sometimes that happens. There we go. That'll be good for a long time. All right, let's go ahead and get our caliper off of here and get our new caliper, hose, and rotor back on. It helps to have say I have a swivel. This is a line wrench and it swivels, so I can kind of come up here from the side and it makes it easier to get that. There we go. All right. Caught it before it fell down there. Now we're just going to stick this new one right up there and get it started. There we go. Easy as that. Now we'll tighten it down so it doesn't drip. I lost like maybe 3 drops of brake fluid, guys. That's the way you do it without spilling a lot. Okay, and again, we get all the mounting hardware The new bolts and pins, everything comes with the ATE or ATE calipers. There's our new bolts, and the thread locker is applied from the factory. So like we did on the front, we just want to remove our cap and we want to thread this on while it is off the car. That prevents this line from getting all twisted. And sometimes these rears will get a little twisted, so I have to make an adjustment after the caliper's on there. There we go. Got that started. There we go. All right, let's go ahead and get our rotor. And it's okay to let that hang for a minute, guys. It's not going to hurt anything. And we'll just line up our rotor. Now there's a little pin, a little dowel pin right here. You want to line up that dowel pin just like that. It goes in that little hole. Now we can slip these guys on. And we'll just get a couple of the bolts started and then tighten down our brake lines. There we go. Beautiful. See how it's nice? It's not bound. It's got a nice curve in it. That's how you want your rear brake line. All right, let's go ahead and torque these down and get our pads in here. So you have our brand new pads here. They just slip right in. And same with the front. We have the hardware that was provided by ATE or ATE. I like to say ATE. And let's go ahead. Put that there. There we go. There we go, guys. Mission accomplished. Rotor, caliper, put some nice anti-seize around the hub, new pads. All right, let's go ahead and get the pads in this side, and then we're done with the rear. There's two last things I want to do in this video. I want to change the front transmission cooler lines and replace the sway bar end links in the rear of the vehicle. So first, let's go ahead and do the front transmission cooler lines. Guys, here are the replacement transmission cooler lines, and the ones on the car, I mean, they're still working, but you can see they're just crusty and nasty. So I want to go ahead and get those off of there. If one of those breaks, it blows out all your transmission fluid and you're stuck on the side of the road. So let's go ahead and put these nice new ones in there. It's really simple. Let me show you how. Okay, keep in mind, I haven't cleaned under here. That's coming later at the detailing stage, but you need a 17 millimeter, and that goes on the actual hard line because you want to hold that still while you use a 19 millimeter to crack it loose. Let me get this 19 on here. There we go. We got that one loose. And then right up here, you want to crack this one loose up on the radiator. All right, that's it. Those are both loose. Now, if you do this quickly, you only lose like, God, not even a quarter of a pint of transmission fluid. So we're just going to get this one loose till it starts dripping. See how quick we can do this. All right, there we go. Okay, got that end attached. There we go. That's it, guys. See how quick that was? Let me show you how much transmission fluid I lost. That's how much I lost, barely any. So let's go ahead and get this tightened back down. And that's it, you guys. All right, let's go ahead and replace the one on the other side. All right, that was pretty quick. Let's see how much transmission fluid I lost. All right, guys, there we go. You see the wrench. That's not much. It's maybe like a shot glass. It's barely enough to even have to replace any of the transmission fluid. All right, guys, that's it. All right, let's wipe everything down. And then I'm going to clean up here with a little acetone, get some of this dirt off of here. There we go. That looks much better. There we go. Much better, much cleaner under there. Look, it still has the zinc plating on the oil cooler mounting bracket. That's pretty crazy. Now let's go to the rear of the car and put our sway bar end links in. Okay guys, here's the replacement sway bar end links. Let's see if I have a part number. I think that's the part number. 123-320-0989. And the reason we replace these is you notice there's like a little rubber boot that goes around there, and this is a ball joint. So that boot will rot and that ball joint will fail, or it will actually break. So let's go back here. Let me show you how to get these out. All right, there you go. Sure enough, you can see the boot around here is, yeah, there you go. See, it's just brittle, falling apart. I just tore a piece of the boot off there. So I think that's a 17 millimeter. And then there's one right back here. There you go. You got to get a 17 millimeter from the other side there. Sorry, I got a little paint right there when I was repainting the rear suspension. But we'll go ahead and get this out. All right, I'll see if I can record this. We're going to get this wrench right up in here. There we go. All right, good. We got that. And then that basically frees up the top side. Now we need to go around the other side. Okay, see how the boots are just deteriorated and rotted on this old original end link. And there's our new one. See how nice they are on this one? So let's get this new one back in the car. All right, guys, there's the new sway bar end link installed. Sorry, that light is like glaring right on the camera. You can see it right there. Let's go over and knock out the other side. All right, guys, we are done refinishing all the rear suspension, cleaned up the exhaust, refinished the original muffler, repainted the lower control arms, put in new sway bar end links, new rotors, new lines, brake lines, new calipers. It looks fantastic back here. There's a really good shot. You can see the brand new accumulators. All the suspension's been refinished. Cleaned up the exhaust pipe. Looks fantastic back here now. We are done with the rear. Now I need to lower the car down, and we are going to do, I'm going to save this for the next video. We're going to do all the fluids and filters and general maintenance in the next video, and the zinc dichromate plating in the engine compartment. So in the next video, we'll do the brake flush, oil change, filters, transmission fluid, all that kind of stuff. So anyway, hope you guys enjoyed this video. We'll see you next time. Take care.